Hey everybody, I have a joke. Oh crap, let me think of one real quick. The problem is the only ones I could think of right now are ones I already told you. But you know what, you guys don't listen anyway. So what happens when you, what do you call, gosh dang it, I screwed it up. What do you call, forget it. Alright, here we go. We are doing the help yourself in business. Oh, really quick, I'll just give you a joke anyway. Sometimes it's good to break the ice. So, what do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A stick. So anyway, I only got, 15 minutes with you guys live. I've been away for a while. I just got two things. I got super busy, which is never an excuse. It's only it's an excuse. Literally, a different definition for the word excuse. If I'm in the ER, they're doing surgery on me, that can be an excuse. Or I have a stomach ache or something like that, then that could be an excuse. One is you don't want to do it. The other one is you just physically can't do it, but you'll make up for it when you get out of the hospital. And that's one thing about business. And I got my stupid navigation. Let me turn this off. Boy, this is live show at its finest. Okay. All right. So anyway, you got your. I have a saying, and it's people do what they want to do ultimately, and there's never a he was so good at it, he was going to do it, but he just couldn't. No. If he really wanted to do it, he or she would do it. And let me give you an example is, let's say there's a meeting and somebody can't make it. So they'll say, oh, you know what, traffic, I got to pick my kid up from school. And then, hey, who wants to leave a kid stranded, right? If you leave your kid stranded, your kid will die. Or somebody will make them die nowadays. I guess it's the same thing, unless they shoot themselves. But why go dark? So you got your kid that really needs a ride, right? If you really thought about it, okay, let's say I had a bag of $10,000 sitting on a table, or hey, Bruno Mars is at our next board meeting. You may want to show up. Believe me, your kid is somehow gonna have an Uber pick him up. He's gonna get home. It's just you want to do something more. That's all it is. Everything. Like right now I'm driving to a job because, like I say, I toggle between I have a cleaning company and a food company. And right now I'm going to do a job, but the cleaning company, there's a lot of labor involved. I even when I'm working with my guys, and I meet them at jobs or whatever, I lost the sparkle in my eye because of the labor. Sometimes it's because of the employees I have. I'm not excited to work with them because they don't enjoy their job, and ultimately it's my fault. But I still don't really want to be there as much as a food company. But there are times when things go well with the cleaning company, and I'm like, oh, okay, I like this, and because I'm doing an area I like to do. Customers I like to do, employees are handling their stuff, then I like that. And it's not that one is better than the other. It's funny because once you give something more attention, you tend to like it more because you're working out all the bugs and all the details. So in any event, if somebody's not doing something, it's because they don't want to do it. At the end of the day, whatever excuse they have, because you will find a way to get things done. And it's funny, not funny, but I'm driving down the 91 and I just saw a rim just laying on the side of the road. It was actually a nice rim. And then I'm like, that's odd. And then I saw skid marks that went off the side of the road. Then I saw another rim, and then I saw a bumper. Like, okay, that explains the rim. I'll probably be out of balance anyway. If you ever want to teach a lesson to your kids about driving, especially if they're around 16, let's see, how much time do I got? I got 10 more minutes. Oh gosh. If your kids are driving, you tell them, say, hey, you want to know how dangerous driving is? Look at the skid marks. And you just tell them, look. And as they look and say, see these skid marks? Ooh, that person was texting. See these skid marks? Oh, that person was doing a podcast while he's driving. See these skid marks? These skid marks go to a side of a K-rail. And sometimes if you're lucky, well, I don't want to say lucky, but sometimes you can see a cross next to the skid marks where, something bad happened, or even worse, a burn mark in the freeway. But man, that'll sink in your kids, because they all got imaginations. They can imagine, what happened or what could happen to them. It's always a problem, doing a show while you're driving because there's so many distractions. But as long as you're getting good content out there, it doesn't matter. So anyway, so I had an email or Instagram, Instaface as I call it. My dad calls it. It was somebody complaining about they haven't had their product, and it's been 2 weeks. And right, the first thing you think of is, trouble. It's somebody complaining, and now somebody has to send that awful email of, we are sorry about the inconvenience, blah 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 blah, and they posted it on Instagram. And the first thing I did is delete it because we only want good posts. No, I'm just kidding. I always say show. I got the terminology from the Gary Vee. It's show everything you're doing, show it warts and all. And I've always tried to do that, and it got really clear when you think of, and this is what I say when we want everything perfect on our Instagram or Instagram lives. Like, people know it's a show. People know that it's a presentation. And who's going to put out bad information on a presentation? So if you show the bad stuff, like a customer complaint because they haven't got their product in 2 weeks, then people say, you know what, you're not lying about this, you're not lying about the other things. But if they see everything perfect, guess what? They're gonna do the math. And the problem is, obviously, if there's a lot of complaints and you don't have any good comments, but if it's a 90% good, 10% bad, hey, let's face it, 10% of the people just want to complain. It is what it is. So anyway, we have our complaint, and I love that type of thing because now it's a challenge. Now you got somebody that's upset. She said she's going to post a bad review and she wants her money back and blah blah blah. I love that challenge. Capital L. Wait, challenge with C. So I offered her at first I said publicly, I go, hey, can you send us your information, and we will be glad to get back to you with what I say. I said, send me direct mail me your order number, and I will directly respond, or DM me, and I will respond, and we'll figure it out for you. And so she did that, and she said, oh, I'm so frustrated, had the red emoji face, and I'm like, no, you just like to text a lot. So I said, look, we'll refund your money, because she didn't expect the refund. She was just kind of threatening with it. I said, we'll give you your money back, and we'll still send you the product. We don't know what happened. We'll look into it. So anyway, we said we'll get you your product back for you to enjoy, and hopefully have a better experience in the future. And so I expect her to turn around and say, wow, maybe it was just they had a bad day, and boy, they really fixed it. And you cannot buy advertising like that. Anyway, guys, I will get back to you a little more often, a little more regularly, and tell you how to grow your business and make it a good place to work, and hopefully learn from all my mistakes.